think the underlying aim of the legislation, both in the EU and the UK, is ultimately, to give consumers more choice in terms of things like interoperability. Um, I think again, it's going to be interesting to see whether that actually crystallizes once the legislation has is in place for a while, and the gatekeepers or the strategic market status firms are complying with their obligations. What's the real impact on consumers? And I think probably it's going to be a few years before we're able to kind of look at any empirical analysis on that. But it's certainly the aim of both pieces of legislation, and you would think that the net impact on consumers will be positive. I don't know, John, if you had a kind of a US perspective on that.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think um, in the first wave, certainly it's creating a lot of opportunity for smaller tech players, for startups. I think the hope is also in a lot of local jurisdictions, or the goal in a lot of other jurisdictions is to protect sort of local developers, local options to allow interoperability with the big global platforms, and distribution of content through the big global platforms. I think there are meaningful criticisms, and I don't think they're just lip service, but there are criticisms from the platforms that this will reduce their ability to innovate, and that consumers will actually lose out on some of the potential functionality and innovative new products from the global platforms, to the extent that they require separation, to the extent that technical workarounds are required to that prevent them from offering consolidated products using data across different services. So there's, I think, for consumers, there will certainly hopefully be more choice, but sort of if you look at the broader consumer effects, it'll be interesting to see. I'm not sure we'll ever know the answer of the but for, but I think there will be it will be a little bit more complex than some of the policy positions expect.